Mother Nature smiled on the prologue for the 2019 Larry H. Miller Tour of Utah here at Snowbird Resort. Chamber of Commerce weather, temperatures in the 70s, no wind to speak of, and an absolutely spectacular backdrop that is Little Cottonwood Canyon that greeted today's prologue participants. Early on, it was a name that may have not been all that familiar. Rally's Kyle Murphy setting the pace, Todd.
Kyle Murphy, very strong rider from that Rally UHC team out of the U.S. Sets the best pace, came into this day as one of the three leaders for that team, but we didn't expect him to be the best man in the time trial. Pedaling on the downhill in the super truck, trying to be as aero as possible, then getting into that tuck position, and he would unseat all of the previous riders by the time he got to the finish. Speeds over 50 miles an hour on the descent, and you can see that pain written all over his face as he came to the line. Only 3.3 miles in distance, but a very testing one.
8:49.5 was the standard when Lawson Craddock of EF Education First, the World Tour team, came out of the start gate. Lawson Craddock, a man who's ridden 4 big-time major events in the Grand Tour events, and he showed his experience and then his balance as he makes the hard left turn here. This is the technical part as you head for home, and Lawson Craddock gave it everything he had, and it was good enough to unseat Kyle Murphy, at least for the time being, and put Lawson Craddock of Education First in the hot seat.
About 6 seconds faster than Murphy for Craddock, and then James Piccoli, the Canadian riding for Elevate KHS, not known for his time trialing strength, but a brilliant climber and a very strong dynamic rider as well. He attacked this course in every place he could, and only seconds separating the riders, so a little bit unknown as he came smoking down the descent into that final corner.
Had to scrub off the speed and then make the technical turn. Comes through the apex and quickly back out of the saddle and on the pedals again. And that might have just proven to be the difference as he comes into the final 500 meters. And he showed he had a lot left in the tank, and when it was all over with, the time to beat was Lawson Craddock at 8:43.14 and besting it by 5.55 seconds. And that gives James Piccoli the yellow jersey after today's prologue, and sets him up well because he's definitely a GC threat now.
He really is. The time trial, not his strength. He's known for his climbing, and I think he will be unbelievably good in a couple of days on Powder Mountain. He told me a couple of days ago he was here to win, and he was the only one of the favorites that actually had the confidence just to tell me straight up, I'm here to win the race.